Dave.
So
Dave.
Cheryl,
Hi.
I love Cheryl.
Stop. I'm
I
trying to do a
love
Cheryl Hole impression. Dave. Davis. Hello,
nah.
Davis. Davis.
So girls, how we feeling today, girls?
Hey, Dave. Okay, I'm so sorry. Max. Oh, God.
All right. That's canceled actually. Hello.
Hello.
I'm Maxie,
I'm Carolyn.
and this is Mutable Immutables, the show where we quibble queerly, and it has
We're back, baby.
Yeah, it's been a little bit of a minute.
Yes, we had.
We had some personal stuff going on. Nothing bad, just when you work in obligation, and when you work in the service industry, your schedule changes and you don't have control over it. Anyway, but we are back. As I'm sure you were all eagerly awaiting our return. So here we are. Carolyn, how are you?
Oh,
I've forgotten
I'm
how
great.
to do this already.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm good. What's up?
Cool.
How you been?
I am also good. I'm fine.
Okay.
God damn. You know what? Okay, so here's what we're gonna do today, folks. There's been a lot that's happened in terms of the subject matter that we normally cover, which is pretty exclusively just Drag Race and sometimes other things. And a lot has happened in the world of Drag Race. There's been 3 or 4 episodes, one of which was a finale, the other which was Snatch Game.
A whole new All-Stars winner.
Then, yeah, there's a lot going on. So we're going to cover all of that, and then we'll just see where we go. I hesitate to tell you what the topic of the episode is because I don't know if we'll get around to it, but we'll see what happens. We'll see.
Yeah. We'll see. Okay. Ready?
Yeah, let's get into it. So we're going to start with some looks from, what is this, the finale of UK versus the World?
Yes. Which was, 3 weeks ago?
Yeah, 2 or 3 weeks ago.
If you can't remember that far back, all of the eliminated queens came back, and then, spoiler alert, Blue Hydrangea was crowned,
yes.
All-Star, Queen of the, what is it?
All-Star
of the Universe.
Queen of the World? I think it's Queen of the Mother Tucking World, because Queen of the Universe was the singing one.
I know, yeah. Oh. Okay, so let's do it. Let's start with Mo Hart has this silver corset and orange skirt that are attached to her orange gloves. I love that color.
Orange looks so fucking good on her. It really does. Orange and purple just make her look so fucking gorgeous.
People don't give her enough credit for how far she came since her first season.
Oh my god, I know.
Her face is immaculate. It was always there, but she has perfected it.
Didn't she also in her first season just bring a few bolts of fabric and that was it?
Yes. Yes, and just sewed everything. I'm not sure if you could tell. Anyway.
She's
so Mo Hart,
she's incredible. Which she's number one in my heart, but also I'm not mad about Blue Hydrangea winning because A, Mo lives in Hollywood. B, I feel like it would have been weird for an American queen to win since there are now 14 seasons of just American queens. So I'm happy to see her get more screen time and more, for us to see her grow and get more polished. But yeah.
I feel like if it was UK versus the World and they crowned somebody not from the UK, it just wouldn't have been great for business.
Except for Pangina.
True.
I would have been happy with that.
True. That's true. Okay, next, Jujubee wore this, dark red, peplum gown, fishtail thing.
Stunning fucking
Sounds terrible when I
stunning.
describe it, but it was beautiful.
No, this silhouette, y'all really should look up Jujubee's finale look for UK versus the world, because this is a stunning silhouette. This is gorgeous. I mean, she always looks so beautiful all the time. Like, she just has such a pretty face. But this,
Yeah.
also compared to the rest of the looks of the season, like, I don't know if she just like purposely set the bar low, but like, this was fantastic. It was so good.
She like I think she filmed like All Stars 6 and then Queen of the Universe and then this right in a row. So, girl, she was probably wore out. So, it makes sense.
Wait, was she on All Star 6?
Wasn't she? Oh god, hold on.
I don't fucking know.
Yes, she.
No. I think it was 5, wasn't it?
Oh, please hold.
God knows. Jujubee has been
Please
involved with every
hold.
season of Drag Race that has ever existed.
And bless her for it.
Yeah, good for her.
Damn, are you right? Shit.
Yeah, I don't think she was in 6. I think it was 5.
You know what? You are correct.
Haha. Anyway, doesn't matter. She looked fantastic.
This week on Carolyn Makes Claims Without Researching.
Speaking of
yeah,
Carolyn confusing Drag Race things, I'm still gagged about yesterday.
I was so mad. I was fully. I completely made up an alternate universe in my head so that I could be more mad.
Yesterday, Carolyn was mad, and Carolyn decided to forget that she knew that the queens don't actually know who the winner is until the end of it, despite that being a widely known fact. And so there was a tweet that Bosco had tweeted about someone Venmoing her like $1,000 or something like that, and Carolyn was like, if she tweeted this knowing that she won the whole thing, that'd be in very bad taste. I was like, bruh, you know they don't know, right? Like, you know that.
The is it cognitive dissonance if you don't like recognize that you're making false claims?
No, I think it's just that you're a fire sign and you get real into being heated.
I was just like, maybe I listen. I was anyway.
Delusion.
Convince yourself.
Moving on.
I'm sorry, Bosco. I had just watched the episode. Okay. Anyway, moving on. Focus. Okay, Juju.
Blue hydrangea.
Yes, blue hydrangea. Poof sleeve.
Do you know what this is giving?
What is it giving?
It's giving like Little Bo Peep a little bit, like a draggy version of that.
That's a very good point.
I kind of wish she had the little cane with it too. Although it wouldn't have I don't think that was her interpretation, but
yeah,
it's fabulous. She's in her signature. What would you call that? Like a light blue, baby blue situation.
Turquoise, yeah.
Yeah. With a almost like a mint julep corset, and then these like ribbon laced shoes, and there's all these ruffles, and she's got this like, is that Elizabethan hair? It's like I don't know. She looks fantastic. It's so good.
A mint julep corset. Just say green.
No, because that's not green. It's mint julep.
Oh my god, I love this skirt. I love a ballerina skirt. Queen of my world. She didn't need to win that show to prove it.
Yeah, and I'm so happy for her.
Yeah, bless her.
Like, she did well in her first season, but she like really turned it out. Like, and her snatch game too. I think that was the turning point for her. Like,
yeah,
she's
good. Also just like completely likable, and I love that about her.
Yeah. Except for there was the big controversy.
Oh yeah.
With Pangina, where she endangered Thailand UK relations, but whatever.
Oh my god. Pangina was on the pit stop and she was talking about like, oh yeah, I really like that look, but I would have done some like confetti cannons or something. I was like, girl, is she a Thai drag queen? Of course she's gonna add like confetti cannon, sparklers.
Well, the way that she was like talking about some of those mirror looks, like I know that they weren't all, necessarily up to par or whatever, but like when she was talking about her least favorite and how there was like 4 or 5 least favorites, I was like, okay, yeah, the rules in Thailand are different. Like, because these are like
Yeah, girl.
passable here, but
No, you gotta
yeah.
watch. You gotta watch Thailand Drag Race. I haven't watched all of it, but like it's so good. And literally in the first episode of season 2, there's girls like launching projectiles at the judges.
I'm so excited for
And
it.
also,
I can't
like,
wait.
also there's an episode where like, so the two girls lip sync for their life, and then it ends, and then Arya is like, "That's not good enough. You're better than that. Do it again." And they did the whole lip sync again, and then she sent the other girl home.
Oh
That was
my
the
god.
wildest shit I've ever seen. It was so funny.
Now, if that happens in front of Rue's just like, fuck you both, you're both going home. But I think that's only happened, what, like twice? 2 or 3 times?
Yeah, most notably, in my mind at least, Layla McQueen and Dax exclamation point doing I Will Survive.
Didn't it also happen this season? No.
Yeah.
It happened in UK season 3, I think. Because I was watching that recently. I don't fucking remember.
I don't remember.
Anyway.
Okay, we have to stay focused.
Yeah.
Next is Bag of Chips.
Baga. So I love these pieces separately. Like I love the gown and I love the headpiece. Do I love them together?
Right?
I don't think so. But they're both gorgeous. And she looks
I'm
great.
just confused.
There's just a little discordance there.
I'm confused by this look.
Yeah. She looks
That's
good
all
though.
I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
Yeah, her face is beautiful, but
Mhm.
I'm gonna say I don't understand Moot.
Yeah, I don't really. What was the? Was this just a best drag theme?
It's like Queen of the World drag.
Probably right. That's usually what they do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
It's fine.
JJ.
Yes, Janny JK doing tulips, because she's Dutch. Yeah.
I
And
thought
there
it was
a whole...
cute. I love the construction of the gown. Like I love that silhouette. What's that? Mermaid
Yeah, like
tail
a mermaid
or mermaid
thing.
skirt?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mermaid.
That
tail.
looks great.
And like a boat
I
neck.
feel. Yeah. No, I like it. I like it. Yeah. I don't like the hair, but she looks good.
She looks good. But it's not my fave. It's not my taste, I'll say. But yeah, it's cute. Okay, next up, speaking of our girl, Pan
Oh
Gina
my
Heels.
god.
Gorgeous.
Don't use her government name.
Um,
Yeah, no, she looks fantastic.
doing
What would you even call it? It's
Queen
like
of
a
England
Elizabethan ballerina.
and, like, Thai.
Yeah.
Yes, ballerina. Oh my god, she looked so beautiful. With red
These
hair too.
shoulder what do you even call these shoulder accents? Like because they're not shoulder pads
shoulder
obviously, but
accents?
they're not like wings. Yeah, it's
I'm sure there's a word
the
for it,
the
but
silhouette, the color, the
shape.
accents, the detail, everything
Yeah.
just goes so well together. People I think sleep on
Beautiful.
Pangina Heels a little bit, myself included at the beginning of the season, but like she's
She
fucking
is.
it.
She's stunning. Stunning.
Like she's gorgeous, she's so funny, she's so good at what she does. Y'all go stand Pangina Heels. She didn't deserve what Miss
Stand
Blue did to
Pangina
her, but I
Heels.
understand why Miss Blue did it.
Oh my god. Oh my god, bless her. Okay. Oh, speaking of controversial eliminations, let's talk about Jimbo.
Oh yeah.
Antler chic. I like antlers.
I love the moose horn headpiece.
Yeah. Actually, no, I love the whole thing.
I also like this look on her. Yeah, it looks fantastic. It does age her a little bit. Like she does look older than I feel like her looks typically are, but so fucking good. She looks like she's at the murder mystery party and like she did it, but everyone else is going to blame someone else, you know?
Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah, no, she looks so good. Her tights are an
Dark
interesting
Mistress.
color. But I love a
Dark
long sleeve.
Moostress. I'm sorry.
Enough. I love a shoulder pad. I love an asymmetry. I love a slit. So, A+.
And I like this hair on her a lot too. Like I know it's not very like big and
Yeah.
draggy, but like honestly this look is real fishy.
Yeah.
Do people still say that?
I
I don't know.
think it's I'm trying not to say the word. Canceled. It's canceled. We have to move on to my girl
Fuck us.
my girl Cheryl Hole. Dave.
So
Dave.
Cheryl,
Hi.
I love Cheryl.
Stop, I'm
I
trying to do
love
a Cheryl Hole impression. Dave. Davis. Hello, Davis.
So, girls,
Davis.
how we feeling today, girls?
Hey, Dave. Okay,
All
I'm
right,
so
all
sorry.
right.
Next. Oh,
That's canceled, actually.
Cheryl Howe.
This gown, I love the gown and I love the hair. I I love what she was doing with the flowers. I don't know, maybe more of them would have made it look better cuz this kind of looks like
I think you're right.
a homemade tinsel situation. Like it
Just
doesn't
like
look bad,
lawn.
but I feel like
Yeah.
there should be, I don't know, a little bit more cuz she looks stunning.
I like the idea.
Yeah.
Oh my god, she looks so good. I miss her. She was like the only non-problematic, like non-controversial elimination.
Yeah.
She just went home second, and nobody was like justice for Cheryl, and she was just like, yeah.
I like her though.
I love her. I love her.
I feel like she's a sweetheart.
I think she's great.
Speaking of queens that I absolutely stan, and what's probably my either favorite or second favorite next to Pangina's look of the evening, Lemon.
Our girl Lemon.
Gloss on the blunt.
Zesties rise up. Oh my god, that was incredible. Just they were like, represent your country, and she goes, I'm a maple leaf.
Yeah, so it's I think the first time this season that we've seen her not in yellow.
True.
But that's because she went home first episode. But it is fantastic. Like I think visually and cohesively, like Pangina and Blue, their outfit, and Juju and Mo, honestly, all of their looks are a lot more regal. But this one, because of the construction of it and just the I guess performance of the garment itself, because it had that construction. Because I think she started out when she came on the runway, it was a train, right? And then she brought up the leaf. Yeah.
Like a peacock or one of those lizards.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it looks great.
Looks so beautiful. I read a funny story about Lemon, and God knows if it's true because, there's no accountability on the internet. But somebody was saying apparently she got eliminated first, but obviously they're supposed to stay in a hotel or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And somebody saw her out and about, wearing yellow, and they were like, "Oh my god, are you Lemon?" And she goes, "No."
That's what I would do.
I don't know if that's true, but I like to think it is because that's so funny to me.
I'd be like, no, but I get that a lot.
I get that a lot.
People tell me I look like Timothée Chalamet. Maybe I should just start saying yes.
Do they really? That's funny.
They do. That's why I got cast as Laurie in Little Women.
I could see it.
I look like him a little bit.
Oh my god, Little Women. That was so long ago. Rip.
My hair used to look more like his too when it was longer.
Yeah, when you had it grown out. Yeah, no, I can see it. All right, Timothée Chalamet. What do you think? Any more thoughts on UK versus the world?
I think it was a cool concept. I'm excited to see where the show goes from here. I love the idea of an international all stars. I wish that they had maybe just called it International All Stars because I don't know how to refer to season 2 because it won't be the UK, but I don't really know what else. Maybe they'll do Canada versus the world or something.
Yeah.
But
you know what? Who the fuck knows what these people are gonna come up with because so much Drag Race.
I would have liked more episodes too, more queens.
Well, I think they did it as
to feel the
a test
feel
season.
It out
Exactly, and I feel it got. I mean, it certainly got a lot of people talking about it because it had controversial eliminations. So who knows if it was a success.
Well, I mean, the thing with Drag Race is I get them trying to feel it out, but the fans are so feral that they're just gonna consume everything that is put out there. So
I'll watch anything.
Just add a few more queens, make it a few more episodes, give us more. But I was really into it. I'm excited for the next season whenever that happens.
Yeah, and whatever they call it. Have they
All right,
announced...
season 14 Snatch Game?
Yeah,
no, they've not announced it yet.
Okay, moving on. I meant... Never mind. Moving on. First... Okay, this was so long ago.
Yeah, this was first, 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, we're going to talk about the Snatch Game episode on season 14. So, start with Deja Skye, the winner, doing Lil Jon. Lil Jon from, fucking music, not from Robin Hood.
Yeah, just from real life.
Yeah, and then on the runway did Zendaya doing Joan of Arc with an
For the
interesting
Met
wig
Gala,
choice.
right?
Yeah. That look, I don't know what to say about that. It wasn't my favorite, but like, hey, she did better than anybody else in the Snatch Game. So, hey.
Here's what I'll say about that look. Her face looks great, and I really like her in a bang. It looks really good on her.
It's a given that her face is going to be, like, immaculate.
Yeah. Like, she looks great.
Yeah, her makeup is so beautiful. Yeah, it's an interesting look. I wouldn't have chosen it, but her Snatch Game performance, even though everybody around her was, like, flatlining, she chose the perfect character that could be, like, I don't give a fuck, I'm here to party. Yeah!
Yeah. Just honestly, yeah! Like, that's all you have to do. Yeah. And I think this is actually a great example of, like, the right Snatch Game characters to pick. Because, like, you know, if everybody else had, like, done better, maybe she wouldn't have been the winner. Yeah. But she definitely would have been safe. Like, that's a very good choice because all you have to do is insert catchphrase here, you know, up your energy. Yeah. You know, pretty solid.
It was it's such a good character. I wish there were some other great characters. Here's what I will say is that, like, I rewatched the Snatch Game today, and it, like, not all of the jokes are terrible, but, like, yeah, enough of them were really bad.
Well, I was so disappointed.
Which is so interesting because the cast is so funny.
The cast is hilarious as a whole, and also when they were talking about what they were gonna do, I was like, this is an incredible lineup. This is gonna be so funny. Willow Pill as Drew Barrymore. Like, I thought it was gonna go a lot farther than it did.
It was just
Bosco as Gwyneth Paltrow, by the way, had the opportunity to be perfect, but for some reason
you got to save it for when we get to her. So
yeah, we'll get there.
Okay,
Jasmine.
Next, we're gonna talk about Jasmine Kennedy. Jasmine, thank you. Who for some godforsaken reason chose to do Betsy DeVos, who was, like, completely unlikable, not funny. Her policies aren't funny. Like, it's not funny. She's not funny. Like,
no.
And has bad politics. Why would you choose her?
Well, I mean, if you think to UK season 1, Vivian and Baga did Trump and Theresa May, who also have not great politics, but they made it funny. I feel like Betsy DeVos, though, was not one of those that did anything, like, laughably funny.
Exactly.
She just sucked ass.
She's not a cult of personality. That's the thing. She's not a cult of personality. Also, Jasmine didn't even do, like, a good impression. She just, like, recited her policies.
Yeah, I always...
Didn't answer the question, didn't try to make a joke.
I feel so bad for the queens that take it too literally. Because I think that's what I would do, too. I would be so worried about doing, like, justice to the person and, like, trying to be authentic instead of taking, like, creative liberties.
Yeah.
Which, the ones who do the best always take creative liberties.
Well, like, a good impersonation will take you far. But Snatch Game isn't just about celebrity impersonation. It's about, like, which celebrities and their mannerisms would be funny to have on the match game.
Well,
and then you play
like,
them as Snatch Game.
I think that was the original concept for Snatch Game, but over the years, and they say this every time, the goal is to just make Rue laugh. You don't even have to, like, stick to the character all that much. You just have to, and you don't even have to be objectively funny. Just make RuPaul start howling. But, I mean, easier said than done, of course. Like, for me, I would absolutely, well, I would never even make it to Snatch Game, first of all. But if I did, I would be, it would be a Trixie Mattel situation. It would not be good. But anyway.
Yeah, as you can tell by me trying to say, hi, Davis, I'm not good at impersonations. So.
It's okay. That's why we're here.
Yeah.
Anyway, Jasmine's look was gorgeous.
I don't even want to talk about Jasmine's runway look.
You don't like it?
No. I'm just so floored at how bad of a choice Betsy DeVos was.
Oh.
I can't even look at the outfit because I'm just like, what is going through your head? I hope she never hears this.
Okay, well, I have to talk about the outfit because she specifically said that it was inspired by like a Gemini duality because she is a Gemini, much like myself. Um, and I love it very much. It actually reminds me of one of the tarot cards that I have. I can't remember which one, but it's a very much white and black, elegant situation. And I think this look was pretty stunning. It's a very, very good look.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. It's beautiful. That's all.
Next, Angie.
Do you think Angie ever watched season 1 of Drag Race? I don't know if she's ever seen Tammy Brown. Tammy Brown's entire thing is that she's like, no. Tammy Brown is a great choice. She wasn't doing Tammy Brown.
That's what I'm saying. Why did she pick Tammy Brown if she's not going to do Tammy Brown?
Unknown character. Like Tammy, she's like on another planet, looking like she's from the 1940s. There was none of that.
There's a very easy thing that you can do as Tammy Brown, which is just say, "Come on, Teletubby, teleport us to Mars." And she didn't even do that.
I don't see you out walking children in nature. What does she say? You better shut your... I don't know. Never mind.
I don't remember.
She's funny,
that's the
though.
thing.
Why would you...
She has all these fantastic one-liners, and she is like such a fantastic campy queen.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Like, props to Angeria for making that choice. However, if that's the choice you're gonna go with, have some one-liners memorized that you can just drop throughout. You know.
Yeah.
Some fan favorites.
Like, she wasn't doing her she was doing like completely different mannerisms. Like Tammy Brown, like I feel like I know what she's trying to imitate from Tammy, and it's not happening, and it's like it was wild.
Hard. Yeah.
Also,
her runway look though was cute. I don't think it was like stop. Like I don't think it was stop traffic or whatever. But
no, I love that. No. I love that runway outfit, and I'll tell you why, because I know that woman.
Oh yeah, we all know that.
I swear to God, I've seen like church women wearing that dress. Also, okay, can we talk about the runway theme and how there like wasn't really a theme because everybody kind of took it however the fuck they wanted to?
Yeah, what was the theme even? I don't even remember.
Some people were like religious symbolism, and some people were like, I worship joints.
Some people George's.
What? So was it I worship? Yeah, so like I feel like it was a case of where they got the theme and it was like, what do you worship? And then they announced the theme as whatever the fuck they announced it as. I don't remember.
Yeah, it was very open-ended.
It wasn't coherent.
Okay, but then explain Willow Pill's runway look to me. Oh wait, no, because she said she worships mushrooms. Never mind.
Yeah.
This was Toad from Mario.
By the way, I'm sorry.
Yes.
Drag Race is on VH1, and now we're allowed to be like, I'm taking shrooms and going to Folsom.
What do you mean? Could you not say that before on VH1?
It's just, I cannot imagine anybody, like any former season talking about Folsom Street Fair, like, anybody on, like, everybody speaks in, like, metaphors, and then Willow is just like, yeah, I love shrooms. Which, like, totally, but I'm just like, I can't believe they, like, let that be, like, a whole thing. I can't believe they, like,
It might be because the way that she explained it is she was like, I find mushrooms and, oh God, what's the technical term? But, like, she said it was more like a botanical interest is the way that she kind of explained it. Is that she's just really interested in, like, the biology of mushrooms, which, like, I mean, that might be partially true. It's probably also talking about street shrooms, but for VH1, I guess her backing that up was good enough.
Okay, they still talked about Folsom. Anyway.
Yeah.
I love it. I'm just like, it's so scandalous for Drag Race. Happy to see it. Anyway, focus. No, we gotta go in order. Drew Barrymore.
She had the face and the hair. Like, her characterization was there.
So I watched a video from, like, a couple of years ago that Willow did where she did a Drew Barrymore impression, and it was, like, a video about Drew, like, doing her, like, Drew Barrymore face.
Mm-hmm.
Told you how I'm good at impressions. Anyway, and she's just, like, putting ridiculous shit in a blender and, like, playing it straight while she's doing ridiculous things. It was a funny video.
Mm-hmm.
it was not a funny Snatch Game character.
Well, I think the impersonation
like,
was good, but I think it's
I'm just trying to explain to you. Yeah.
yeah.
I'm just saying that's like probably why she chose her, is because she's like, oh, I've done Drew Barrymore, but like a lot of people do people they've impersonated before, but like impersonating somebody for a drag show or like a video is very different than playing Snatch Game. So it was weird.
It was also sad to see because you know that RuPaul loves Willow and thinks that she's so funny. It was just like I was
Yeah.
it physically hurt me to see her fall so flat because she's been such a front runner and like remember her what was it, the talent show? Like
Yeah.
that was what that was crazy. But then this happens.
That was insane.
It was
like,
rough.
What? It was so funny. Like comically bad, but hey, I'm not saying anything that isn't true. Her runway though, I love it. I love the mushroom inspired. Like, and I also love the like pants under the dress look. I think it's so cute. I love it.
She looks like an alien. It's cute.
You know what I love about Willow is that like she wears the red contacts, but she like, and she wears them like most of the time, but like she doesn't make it her thing. Like I saw a tweet one time or a post or something, and somebody was like, "Bitches put in white contacts think they're on Dragula." Like, so I just like that she does like I like when people do things that are like their thing, but like, you know, it's just like a subtle thing. So anyway, I love it. Moving on.
Dia Betty.
Okay.
I don't have much to say about this one.
I think Ozzy Osbourne was a good choice, but she didn't. In like
terms
Ozzy
of
Osbourne.
In terms of celebrities to choose, Ozzy Osbourne is a good choice. Did she deliver on it?
Because he's easy
Clearly
to impersonate. Not. Yeah, you can make a lot of jokes about like drugs and being old and being married to Sharon Osbourne and having formerly had a show on VH1. Like, and she didn't make those jokes. Also, Ozzy Osbourne ate a bat's head.
What?
Not a dove, not a pigeon.
Wait, what?
It was a bat.
What?
He thought it was plastic. Max, do you know? Oh my god.
No, I don't know.
Ozzy Osbourne, famously on stage bit the head off a bat. That's what they were referencing, but they called it a pigeon. He ate the head off the bat because he thought it was plastic. Nobody told him it was a real bat. He was also, not sober yet. So.
Wow.
I can't believe you've never heard this before. That's like what people think of when they think of Ozzy Osbourne.
That's not what I think of.
Oh my god. Okay.
Anyway, I don't have much to say. Oh, we haven't been tooting and booting literally at all, but
it doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't matter at all.
We're giving up.
I don't really like the runway look, and I didn't have much to say about the Snatch Game performance. So
you're so shady. The critique about the dress length, completely valid. Also, I am completely a supporter of wearing black tights and white shoes. I love doing that. I think it's funny. This did not look good.
Yeah, I think
this was bad. This was not a good. I love her. I ride for her, but no.
The cut of the dress, I think, was like, I think that was probably what really made it not work, because like, I don't know, if the hem had been more traditional in terms of like a wedding gown, then I could have gotten into this look a little bit more. But it just, I don't know, it feels like someone just took some scissors and just like,
I kind of feel the opposite, where I felt like it should have been shorter, and then you can do like the Madonna thing, which she was like, it's like kind of Madonna with like the wedding and cross references, but then it's not. Maybe, I don't know. I feel like I connect everything to Madonna.
Well, either or. I don't really care about the length. I just feel like it should be one or the other. Like that weird cutout for her feet was strange. Anyway, moving on. Okay, Georgish as Ilana. I love Broad City. I was so excited for this.
I was excited too, and then yeah.
Did you see that video though, where someone said, or it might have been a tweet, where someone said that she was literally doing a boomerang because
a boomerang IRL.
She like did and then she reset. Yeah, it was so funny. It was disappointing though.
I'm making boomerangs. Okay.
Good thing this is a visual medium. This podcast.
You could see me. Okay. Walking down the runway as a pope. She's carrying a giant joint. She says
pot
she's
pope.
carrying a giant blunt. Yeah, she says she's carrying a blunt. She's carrying a joint. Real stoners.
You know what?
I'm so sorry.
Whatever. I
I'm
think
so
this
sorry.
look was so cute. But someone needs to call Laganja. Someone needs to tell her that someone's coming.
I
for
know
her gig.
they're coming for your gig, girl. They're coming for her gig. As you can probably tell, I am from Texas.
Oh my God! Do you know what I would love? A Broad City type show, but with Laganja and Georges.
No.
That would be so funny.
Oh my God.
These two stone drag queens just running around fucking shit up.
Fucking shit up. Yeah, it's an interesting look. I can't even say whether these fit the theme because nobody knows what the theme is. But it was cute. It was fine.
Camden.
Okay, I think William Shakespeare was a really good choice.
It was, and I loved the way that I loved her costume for it. It was so great.
Yeah.
Execution though.
She started out really funny though, and not everybody did that. So props to her.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's all
You know,
have
I
to say
was
about the Smash
confused
Game
also.
character. It was just kind of.
I was confused also why everyone except Asia was up for elimination because I did feel like there were some safe performances out there.
Here's the thing. I feel like Lady Camden and maybe like Diabetti could have been safe, but like there were not Diabetti, Bosco.
That's what I was thinking.
I actually thought Bosco's was like, okay, we'll get to that. Yeah, I just feel like they could have chosen girls that were safe, like, but overall, like, it was just like not good, except for Deja.
And you know what, too, as the seasons go on,
jokes?
they keep finding ways to like switch it up and make it more interesting.
Exactly.
And even though it was really stressful to watch for me, especially, I liked the idea of the Lollapalooza.
Yeah.
Anyway, we gotta
exactly.
move
and
fast.
Oh my God, I know. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, Lady Camden is the Spice Girls. I fucking loved this.
This
Also,
look was fantastic.
Bitches, Americans don't get the relationship that British people have to Spice Girls because we only think of like Wannabe and maybe Spice of Your Life, but like Spice Girls in the UK is like, I don't know, Britney Spears for us, like.
Yeah.
And people were like, why would she dress as the Spice Girls? Bitch, she's the only British one. Like, British people do worship the Spice Girls. Anyway, I'll step on my soapbox.
Do you know Americans, for all of our international listeners, however many of you there are, Americans don't really know anything about the Spice Girls. We just like me personally, you know, I know who they are. I never really got into them. That's always like Carolyn said, it's like Britney Spears to us. Like, you know, everyone here knows who Britney Spears is. Everyone knows at least some words to one of her songs. And that's kind of how I think the relationship with Brits and the Spice Girls are. But on behalf of all Americans, I'm sorry.
Same as until like 5 years ago, Kate Bush, like banger in England, like top of the charts, and like nobody in the U.S. like cared who she was until like a couple years ago, and now she's, you know, the girls are getting into it.
You know what though, to our
anyway.
If we have any British listeners, you take that and you keep it, because Americans are known for one thing, and that is stealing from other cultures. So you enjoy that is your thing, and we will try to stay in our lane. I can't guarantee it, but
if there's any British listeners, I hope you skipped past my Cheryl Hole impersonation. Okay. Moving on. Bosco is Gwyneth Paltrow.
This is a top tier choice.
Weird choice. No, I think this was a weird choice, but I think she did better than people gave her credit for. I thought it was funny.
I also thought it was funny.
We're calling it. She's like, we're calling it this because we can't say Goop or whatever the fuck her real name is without getting sued. It was funny.
That's the thing.
It was good. Not
so
like,
Bosco has this
not
sense
like good,
of humor.
But...
Bosco has a sense of humor that is very intellectual, very cerebral, and I think someone like Gwyneth Paltrow, who has this absurdist brand that is Goop, I think that's a fantastic choice.
Yeah.
Do I think it's the choice that makes people like really, really laugh like in stitches? No, but I think it's like it's very heavy satire, and I think it's so funny. I think it was such a good choice, and it sucked to watch it not land. you know?
I feel like that choice is in the same vein with Drew Barrymore, which is like, they're not funny because they're funny. They're funny because we're laughing kind of at them. I love Drew Barrymore. I have interesting feelings on Gwyneth Paltrow, but like it's not the same as like Lil Jon, where it's like that's the funny person.
Mm-hmm.
We're laughing with you, you know.
Yeah.
So, but I think she could have been safe if this was a normal episode. So, and then she came down the runway in a bikini. So, what else do you say?
This time it had a cape. Although I do want to
Had a
point
cape
out,
for 1 second.
in the Snatch game, she was playing a different character, and she didn't. At least in this picture that I'm looking at, it doesn't look like she did the Bosco brows. But then that was a note that she got from Michelle this week about
Yeah, she
doing the
talked
Bosco
about it at
brows.
Roscoe's.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
What'd she say?
yeah. She was just like, or maybe I think it was Roscoe's. She was just like, I mean, we've done other acting challenges, and I haven't done Bosco brows, so whatever. I thought since I'm a burlesque dancer and this character is the burlesque dancer, I would do them.
Mm.
I have no more feelings on. I mean, like, she grew up Catholic. She wore a habit and no bikini. Cool.
Yeah, I mean, this episode overall was kind of flat. It is disappointing because I love this cast very much, most of them very much. And I hated to see a cast full of people as funny as they are to have the worst Snatch game in Drag Race history.
Yeah. I will say I'm glad
rough.
they didn't try to like pretend. It was funny. They were like, no, this was bad. Like, we're gonna change the plot because this was bad.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know.
So moving on to the Lollapalooza, okay, yeah, let's go. Are we talking about the looks?
We don't need to talk about the looks. I just put them in here for reference. Deja Sky and her cheetah print dancing alone in the room. Love it. Love her. Obsessed. I'm perfectly happy with the result.
I'm happy.
I've done some thinking since we last spoke about this, so.
I'm happy with the end result. The now that it's over and I'm not as stressed, because when I was watching it and I was very stressed, I was very mad about the result of the first lip sync, which was Daya v Jasmine. I do still think, okay, I don't know, I'm of two minds on this one, because I think in terms of like your typical, over the top drag lip sync, I think Jasmine won, but a very good point was made on Pit Stop, which is that she was pulling out a lot of tricks and stuff and relying on these tricks instead of like really going for the interpretation of the song. So I don't know. I think this one was more decided by production than it was by Rue itself. I think this whole episode was fully orchestrated by production. But,
okay, you realize RuPaul is part of production. This is.
Well, yeah, but I don't mean it. I mean, like,
we're not
in the
watching
moment,
live performances. Yeah.
I don't mean it was like Rue's in the moment decision. Like, I think there was a premeditated structure to this. But I'm happy with the result.
You can see the guy like looking around for which ball he's gonna choose. Like, there was obviously a very specific order they wanted to. Anyway, okay. Here's the thing. Aretha Franklin is very important to me personally. I have feelings about Aretha Franklin. I get you didn't get to choose this song, but everybody knows this song. You know that it's not a pound your pussy on the floor song.
Yeah.
So why the fuck are you jumping around doing splits and cartwheels? This is what I realized is like she's such a good lip syncer, but she only does one thing. Sorry, for all 3 songs, she did like the same thing until she tried to switch it up and be campy or whatever the fuck.
Well, I think over the course of the seasons of the show, I think the culture of the lip sync for your life has kind of changed from, do this. I mean, and obviously queens still do this well. I mean, this is why Daya won, this is why Willow won, but it's like, instead of focusing on like what the song is and what it means and how you're going to interpret that, a lot of times it just turns into what are your physical capability, like how many splits can you do, how many jump tricks can you do, which I think is great. I love seeing those things, but it's just not, that's not always what's necessary.
This goes all the way back. Do you remember in season 2 when Sonique was up against Morgan Michaels for the lip sync. I think it was really early in the season. And they do Two of Hearts, and Morgan McNichols is like, you know, she's a dancing queen. She's all like perfected, but Kylie is like doing flips and splits and handstands, and everybody's like, "What do we look at? What do we look at?" So, listen, I like this is what she's good at what she does.
Mm-hmm. Well, you know, I think too this whole Jasmine situation is reminding me very much of Scarlet Envy season 11, because
Really?
they've been playing a lot on they've been playing a lot on the idea of her being young and
Oh
you
yeah.
know, not really being fully experienced, but I think it's going to set her up well for All Stars. I definitely think that we'll see her, obviously not All Star 7 because that's the All Stars winners or all winners season, but maybe All Stars 8
And
or
it's
All
like
Stars 9,
filming
whatever.
currently.
I think it already
Or
filmed, didn't it?
yeah, sorry, that's what I meant. Yeah, because they're.
Yeah.
That's what I was trying to ask about earlier. Is that like did they officially announce it, or do I just know secrets because I'm in the depths of the internet?
Well, the promo leak pictures I saw them first on Twitter a couple days ago, but over the course of the last 2 or 3 days, I've seen them start to spread. Like I've seen a couple TikToks about it now. I've seen other tweets about it. So I don't think it's a secret anymore. Plus, this has been rumored forever.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. Yeah. You know how I feel about an all-winner season, but we'll see. It might be fun. Damn, I just railed on Jasmine. I kind of feel bad, like, and I get it, you're the young queen and whatever, and this is one of those instances where I feel like the producers really wanted to, like, set up a storyline of her being, loud and, like, shit, my brain is malfunctioning.
Precocious.
Anyway, she comes off, like, I don't know what that word means. She comes off, like, catty, but like all the girls love her, so I'm like, she must
That's a
not
Gemini,
be
baby.
that catty and listen to me, she must not be that like unlikable, you know, as she's coming off. Do you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, no, I know what you mean. I fully think they're setting up a storyline for her, and like she is an incredible dancer.
And to come back on All Stars and be like, I'm nice now.
Well, it's not
Which
even
some
that I
girls
think
do
that
it
she
well.
was mean before. Like, you know, she was a little catty, but she was never like downright mean. And if you remember back when Cornbread was still on and when they were talking about, which, you know, this was 4 years ago at the beginning of the season, but when Cornbread was there and talking to her about
Yeah.
how, you know, she does more talking than listening,
Yeah.
everyone was kind of railing on her at the beginning of the season, but then she kind of, you know, took those critiques and was really trying to pay attention, or at least that's what we saw, is that she was, you know, trying to pay attention to it a little bit more. I don't know. I think there is a storyline being constructed.
Or
Yeah, we
did we
did.
see her? No, did we see her start more fights later? I was
mean,
specifically talking about this fight she started with Diabetti about the word no offense. I watched that back. Jasmine was completely in the wrong. Like, Dia was right. Because Jasmine wasn't upset about what she says. She said she was upset about the fact that Diabetti says no offense with his, like, a vocal tick. She doesn't. There's, like, Dia doesn't think that she can say that and all of a sudden be absolved of all consequences. It's just a figure of speech. And Jasmine, like, started a whole fight over it. And Dia's like, I just said it. Like,
I'm gonna have to
doesn't-
disagree. I'm on the other side of that fight, but we got other
Watch
things
it
to
again.
talk about.
Max, I swear to God. Okay.
Okay.
Is
I
George's
guess
next? I clicked too far.
Yeah, I think George is next. Who is she against?
Alana Glade. Wait. Wrong episode. She went against Bosco, didn't she? No, she didn't.
I don't remember. It doesn't matter. She was
No, she did radio with oh my God. I didn't never mind. I don't even remember. She won her first lip sync, didn't she?
Okay. I also don't even know the structure in which we're talking about the lip sync.
No, she went against I don't either. I just put them in order. In like a random order. She lip synced against Camden and I think Angeria to radio.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. And she
won,
killed
which was,
it.
like,
She did
whatever,
very,
fine.
very well.
What did we think was gonna happen?
Because she's an incredible dancer.
All right, moving on. There's nothing much to say.
Although
great.
interestingly enough, she's not the best at choreo.
Sure. Yeah. No, she also does one thing and she does it well.
She does it very well. Yeah. Willow
Exactly.
v Bosco. This one, I hated to see it go the way it did because I love Willow and Bosco both. But again,
Willow
the way that this episode was constructed was for a certain reason, for a certain person. So.
but Willow also ate.
Willow did eat.
Also, she was like, she's like, I'm gonna pick Bosco because I know Bosco is gonna choose Luther Vandross.
Yeah.
And then she did.
Very smart. Very smart. Also,
that.
I love this hair on her.
She looks
I guess
so
I'm
good.
just really into seeing people with bangs lately. But it was a really cute.
You love
look.
a bang.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, she looks so good. Willow was also at Roscoe's most recently, and all I'm gonna say is that you have to watch it.
Why?
Because even before, listen, I'm a woman of culture. Even before somebody asked about how high she was, I knew something was up. The way she's... Every time somebody asked her a question, they would finish their question, and she would be like, what's the question? And then they're like, all drinking, and they're like, her and Angeria are like laying all over each other, and Bosco is acting like he's on Good Morning America. You just have to watch it. It's so funny. It's the best Roscoe's I've seen. It's the best.
Okay, maybe I'll have to watch that.
I'm sorry. Okay, we gotta move on. Okay,
let's
next.
Well, let's skip over this one and we'll come back to it last. Let's go to Angeria,
Okay, let's talk
which
about Angeria.
I love this pageant hair.
Oh, I love it. Miss Park and Bark.
Park and Bark.
I love that
she did it.
I love that she can acknowledge that. Exactly.
Like, it worked.
Know your strengths.
Got the job done.
Yeah. It was fine. Yeah.
You don't always need to be doing these kick splits and these jumps and these back handsprings and all that, you know? If you can park and bark and if you can sell it, you go for it.
Sell it. Exactly. No further comments. Click to the next slide. I just want to talk about this look.
I was very into the look. I did like the look a lot. I love this like Punk Claire's 2007, 2006 fantasy.
The way that I want to make this picture the background on my phone. I want to make it my Twitter bio, whatever the fuck that's called. I want to print it out and hang it on the wall.
No, I know. Like when I saw this look, I was like, Carolyn's gonna lose her shit. I was like, Carolyn is going to lose her shit.
This look means everything to me.
This and Lady Camden Spice Girls look, honestly.
Yeah, that was incredible.
But I saw this look specifically, and I was like, this is Carolyn for sure. This is the vibe.
Like that face, pure charisma, uniqueness, nerve, and talent. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
the face is super cunty. I love the what do you even call it? The pattern in the hair, because it's not crimped, but it's
skunk stripes. That's what they're called.
Skunk stripes. Yeah.
I was a scene kid.
And then these hot pink hair clips. It's everything.
The eyebrows. This piercing.
Yeah.
It's so
like.
I'm like so confusing. No, it's very confusing for me as a bisexual woman because I'm seeing her and I'm going, hot woman. But then I'm like, not a woman. Not attracted to women. God damn it. But I'm seeing woman.
Well, I felt the exact same way when Camden did Freddie Mercury. When Camden did Freddie Mercury, I was like, I feel something inside of me that I don't understand. But no, I'm not Daya's #1 fan. But
I am.
This look was everything. It was fantastic.
You couldn't be her #1 fan because I am.
That's okay. That's okay.
Okay, and let's talk about Bosco. Bosco also kind of only does one thing.
So, on a makeup note, I do love the because she's in like an all black situation, but I love the purple
really?
eyeshadow.
Bosco,
I don't know why I love it so much, but I do.
No, I really like her makeup. I also like that hair.
The hair is great too. Yeah, I mean this look was incredible.
I have no comments about the outfit. Sure, it was fine.
Okay, I'm gonna put this out there. I love Bosco very much. She's probably my favorite of the season. I am disappointed that she keeps doing the same look. I have a theory though. I'm wondering if she just this was the lip sync Lollapalooza, so there weren't really like guidelines for the look, so all you had to do was wear something that looked cute that you could dance in, and if that's her thing, especially as a burlesque dancer, go for it. But I'm wondering if she may be prepared for the challenges and the runway categories that they ended up not doing, because they get a list of possibles.
Yeah.
And so I'm wondering if she just accidentally prepared for all the wrong ones and was like, this
Here's
still
the
fits
thing.
my branding. It's my signature look. Let me do it. It is 4 times in a row, though.
Here's the thing. She brought 4 of the same outfit. Max, the only conspiracy here is that she is skinny and white.
I mean, that's true.
If Deja Sky tried to wear 4 black bikinis, it doesn't matter that it was in a row. Maybe you got unlucky. Whatever. You brought 4 of the same outfit because that's your thing. You're a body queen. Like, whatever. But, like, you can't get mad when people say something about it. You're skinny. That's why you get away with it. Period.
Well, but has Bosco been getting mad about it? I don't think so. I think she's like, yeah, I know.
I said getting away with it,
Oh.
which she does.
Although I will say her most recent one, not in the Lip Sync Lollapalooza, but in this most recent episode, the bikini outfit that she wore was made by another local queen here in Seattle who I follow, who's very talented. Yeah. But anyway, moving on. I do think
it was a great outfit. I'm sure. I'm just pissed.
This episode stressed me out because Bosco kept ending up in the bottom, and I was so worried that she was going to go home at the very end. But I do think this episode was structured for some drama for Bosco, and
yeah.
I think honestly so that we could all watch Jasmine Kennedy lip sync a bunch because she's so good at it.
But kick her out for what she's good at. Right.
That was she was going home. She was going home from the beginning, like, and I think she'll come back on All Stars. I think it'll be
Here's
good.
The thing. I'm sorry, but like if you announce to everybody how great of a lip syncer you are, and then I mean Bosco and Jasmine are the ones who did that, and they ended up in the bottom. Like, let your actions speak for you.
Well,
God, I hope nobody ever hears this because I'm so cunty right now. But like, I'm just. Listen, I don't know these people. It's just a TV show. I fucking get it. But come on.
You got to keep your cards close to your chest too. Like that's what Willow's been doing, and like
Willow.
That way you can keep surprising people with what you're good at, and you can be kind of unpredictable. I feel like other queens have done that too. I don't remember who, right off the top of my head, but like that's always I think the best way to go. Instead of listing all the things that you're good at, like, oh, I'm a musical theater queen, so I can sing, I can dance, I can do the comedy, I can do it all. Don't say that.
I'm a dancer.
Keep it close to your chest.
Whatever.
Come in a little spaghetti strap and those little foam flip-flops like Willow Pill, and just be really secretive.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. I don't even know what else to say about that episode. Can we just move on?
Okay, let's get through this one fast because it's already been a full-ass hour.
Stop, no way. Okay, there's no way we're talking about anything else today.
I do want to say this episode was further proof that I think production is designing things to go well for Bosco because, spoiler alert, we finally saw the golden chocolate bar in the hands of Bosco. Carolyn's not happy about it because Carolyn's sick of people not going home. And I think she's also over Bosco.
Oh my God,
she's over Bosco too.
Max, you were speaking for a woman. You are mansplaining to our audience right now how I feel.
I'm so sorry.
Fuck off, because you texted me the other day and were like, I agree with you. So fuck off. You brought it up.
No, I do.
Also,
I agree that
I'm not over Bosco. I've watched her her perform live. I think she is an amazing queen. I am disappointed that this is how her run on this show is going because she started so strong.
Yes.
I'm disappointed in Bosco the character art, not Bosco the person and the drag queen, and that's why I would never fucking say this to her or tweet her because I'm not a fucking asshole. I am, but in my own medium. I'm not over her or whatever the fuck I said.
So I apologize as a man for speaking for a woman. that was wrong of me.
I'm so sorry.
I will say
I'm being
the way that Carolyn was rolling her eyes, the way that her eyes disappeared into her head made it seem very much like she was over the whole situation, which is why I said all that. I am, but I'm not mad that it's Bosco that got the thing. I'm mad at the pacing of the season and people not going home. Which I also, I want to clarify. I do think, I do agree with you. I think it's been way too long. Like there, too many episodes of people not going home. I agree with that. I was happy this time because Bosco is my number one, and I was very happy to see her stay.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
this is what, like episode 10 or 11, and we still have 7 queen, or maybe is it 6 now?
I think
I don't know. There's
episode
still
12.
It's a
still have...
lot.
Yeah, we still have 7.
Yeah, so
Bosco, Deja, Willow, Angeria, Camden,
Daya, Georges.
Wait, what? Thank you. Okay.
So yeah, there's still 7. So it's like, I'm with you. I was happy to see her stay because she's my favorite. But now on the bright side, we don't have the golden chocolate bar in the game anymore, and I don't think they can. I don't think there'll be any more double saves. No one going home.
Girl, if they do a double
a double elimination.
Stay. No, if they do a double stay after this, could you imagine?
I don't think
how
they
people
will
react. No.
I hope not anyway.
Yeah. And I'm not mad about more Drag Race. Like you said, whatever they put out, I'm gonna watch it. Like, I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna talk about it. I'm gonna engage with it. So, like, but I'm just mad at, it was like so many in a row that nobody went home, and then one person went home, and then nobody went home. Like, come on.
Here's the thing that I think a lot of people forget, and it's a shame because the fans of this show, I feel like, sometimes get so swept up in the show that they forget that it is a TV show. And even though it's a reality show and these are real people, a lot of the things that we see happen are not necessarily genuine or organic. Like, a lot of fights are constructed. A lot of results are constructed.
They're in a fabricated situation.
Yeah. And unfortunately,
I'm gonna give you an example.
Go for it.
So, listen. Okay, I'm gonna give you an example because this episode, there was a point where everybody's gets their script and they're talking about which character they want.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
And everybody's going like, "Oh, I want this person. I want this person." They edit it to the editing has Diabetti going, "I want this person, period." Nobody reacted badly to it, but they cut off all other sound and then played the sound and made her look shady. But like, if she was actually being shady, we would have seen them react to it. But everybody was doing that. They just singled out her audio and made it look like she was being... This is what I mean. I'm like, she's
getting the villain edit.
Painted in a bad light.
Fans of this show need to, and a lot of them do. Like, I'm not sweeping everybody under the rug, but like, so much of this is constructed in a way to make good TV. Like, if you think about it, the quote-unquote villains of the season often make it to the finals or right before the finals, even if a lot of people don't think that they should. Or, there's the underdog edit where they almost go home a couple times and then they make it to the finals. There's only a couple times this whole algorithm has been thrown off. I'm thinking Sasha Velour, who Shea Coulee was supposed to win that season, I think. But
and then they switched
because the crowd lost it so much when she did the thing that,
No, well, not only that, they switched they had never done a lip sync for the crown before that. So, like, Sasha prepared for, like, a lip sync for the crown, and Shea Coulee didn't. Like, she won by a technicality. Like, she did the better lip sync, even though Shea, like, destroyed the season. And that's my thoughts on a season that happened 5 years ago.
It's important to remember that the characters that we see on TV are ostensibly real people, or they are being played by real people. They obviously embellish some aspects of their personalities, but the hate that's being sent out there is being received by real people who, like Carolyn just said, Daya wasn't trying to necessarily be shady when she said this is the character that I'm playing, but then they played the shade rattlesnake sound. Like, this is what it is. It's being constructed to be perceived in a certain way, and so
which is fun.
That's
it's
great
reality TV.
Segue.
That's why it's fun.
That's a great segue into what is gonna have to be our next week's episode.
No, we haven't even talked about the. Yeah, we haven't even talked about the episode. No, okay, fine. Your thing.
No, I'm just saying next week we can talk about what we were gonna talk about today, but we had a lot to catch up on.
Okay, yeah.
Any other final thoughts on this episode?
Like, what, on the lip sync palooza or whatever it's called?
No, this past week's episode, the Rusical.
Max, we didn't even go through it. We didn't even talk about it.
Do you want to?
I thought that's why we were here.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure. Well, we can go through it. Um, I thought no. Okay,
What
I
do
thought you
you
said that. Okay, I thought you said you didn't want to because we were already at an hour. Um, but I guess I misunderstood.
I didn't mean that.
Anyway, um,
Sorry, I didn't. Yeah, that's not my intention. I thought. Never mind. Let's talk about it. There's been a miscommunication.
wow, this is a lot, guys. I'm sorry.
Ground control to
Um,
Major Tom. Okay.
we've lost
Jesus Christ.
it.
All right, we lost the plot. We're
Mm-hmm.
going postal. Let's go. Okay. Just to be clear, we're talking about the most recent episode. So Lady Camden played Mama Z or whatever the fuck her name is.
Mm-hmm.
Waistline for days.
Oh yeah.
She looked so beautiful with long curly hair. I couldn't get over it. Her runway look was a departure from what she normally does, and I love the fuck out of it.
Okay, I think her runway look was a departure from what she normally does on the show, but these, and I loved it. Don't get me wrong, I loved it. These pants very much give me ballerina boy pants. You know what I mean?
That's fair.
Like,
Yeah.
it does look like a dance
her
costume.
makeup.
It looks fantastic, and you probably
Yeah.
wouldn't be doing a lot of intense dance maybe with that big collar and with the headpiece, but like the cut of the top in relation to the pants and the way the pants
Yeah.
are felt dancey to me.
Yeah.
Not that it's a bad thing. I think it's
That's
fantastic.
fair.
I think she looks incredible. Probably my favorite look of the night.
Yeah. Her makeup is just like, I can't get over it. It's so good. Speaking of runways with an unclear theme, it seems like they may have been told the thing was reflections, and then they announced it as mirrors, which would explain why the bitches don't have mirrors.
Yeah, Pangina had some feelings about that on Pit Stop.
I know.
Pangina had some feelings.
I know.
She was like, none of these bitches wore mirrors. Like, you need to shine a laser and it needs to reflect the laser. That's a mirror.
Exactly. No, she's right though. She's right. Did you see the picture Maddie Morphosis posted though? That shit was gorge. It was like actual mirrors all over a dress and like a headpiece.
Let me look it up. I definitely saw Alyssa's, which for our listeners,
so
look
good.
up Alyssa Hunter's mirror on the wall look, because if she were on the season still, I think that look would have won.
She would have won.
Like, oh my god,
It was so good.
So good.
I'm so glad that's a thing where like girls that got eliminated post what they're gonna do. I love that.
Oh, me too, because they put so much time and effort and a lot of times money into these looks that like
Exactly.
people need to see them.
Exactly.
And I'm looking at Maddie's now, and it's
Exactly.
incredible. It's very very good.
Gorge.
Yeah.
Okay. Next up, I guess I just wanted to get the controversy out of the way. We're gonna talk about Blasco again, wearing a bikini again.
Yeah.
The least sexy burlesque performance I've ever seen in my entire life. What was that?
I don't think it was the least sexy. I don't know.
Max, there was no sex. And she's like a burlesque girl. So I was like, did you forget that your hips move? Because there's no face. There's no, like, she's doing the movements, but there's no body. Like, it's bizarre. It's not good.
Yeah.
And she dug herself in a hole and made herself look so bad.
I think some of that might have been embellished a little bit too. Like, I think that fight between her and Camden,
Sure.
I think that was embellished a little bit. I also still think she might have been reeling a little bit from almost going home last week, and I think especially after this week, it's gonna shake her foundation a little bit more.
So I think
she could probably have done better.
No, I think her almost going home last week was the reason that she like had her like I'm gonna stand my ground moment with Camden, and her like feelings were hurt, and you can see her like in her face. And here's the thing, I do the same fucking thing when I'm mad, and I think that's why I can recognize it. But she's doing that thing. She's like, no, I want to see who votes for me. Like, it was so bizarrely aggressive. Also, they weren't fighting over the best role, which is weird.
No, like I agree with you. It did feel like, I mean, I do think that some of this was suggested and embellished by the producers, but I could see in that moment where she was like, it's kind of like where you're trying to hold in the angry tears a little bit, and it's just like,
no, literally. I feel so bad because you could see it on her, like, I could see it on her face, and she was like so frustrated. Sure, it was probably like provoked.
Well, she's such a chill person normally, but
yeah, but like then she's like in her feelings and stressed out.
Yeah.
And like Yeah.
You could,
It
yeah,
makes me
you could
sad.
definitely see how frazzled she was. Which
Yeah.
I mean, a me being a Bosco stan, and then b me seeing her go through all this, especially with that fight with Camden and how that affected her.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I'm ready to forgive. I'm like a Bosco apologist. I'm ready to forgive anything that she does. But
Not an apologist. I just love how Camden ended it though, because she was like, "Fine, but you fought about it, so you better like turn it the fuck out." And she was
well,
right.
yeah.
Like, if you
Well,
fight
no, if
so
that's what you're
hard,
gonna
and like,
do.
yeah, like this is well, obviously this is like a storyline that has happened before, which is why
Hmm.
it's maybe not like the most authentic scene. But it's like you know that if you go down fighting for a role and like make a scene and everything, like you have to turn it the fuck out. Like you have to do it really well. So it was uncomfortable to watch.
That one
And that's
was
my thing
really
is
rough
like
to watch.
Diabetti is like fun drama. Bosco's was like uncomfortable drama. That's how I feel.
Well, especially because of who it was with. Like it was Bosco and Camden, who are both
Yeah.
very chill
Of all
fan
people.
favorites, sweethearts.
Yeah.
But that's also part
Yeah.
of the reason why I think this was production oriented, because it's like they've
Yeah.
been like pretty unproblematic and kept in their lanes and been
Yeah.
pretty agreeable the whole time. You got to add some spice in there somewhere.
Yeah.
Moving on to Willow.
Yes. Absinthe Fairy was fine. She did well.
Yeah, I thought it was
It
cute.
wasn't an interesting character.
I'm gonna be
Yeah.
honest. I wasn't fully paying attention to the Rusical because like I am a musical theater person, but a lot of times these are more cringy. And
Don't tell
lately,
Georges.
uh, lately because of all the Drag Race that I've been watching, I find myself mostly just paying attention to. I mean, depending on what the challenge is, but a lot of times I find myself just paying attention to like the runway and then the final lip sync.
Yeah.
If it's a ball challenge, then I'm like I'm not a fashion girl, but like I love seeing all those different looks and watching them.
Yeah.
I love all that. The Rusicals though are so hit or miss.
Yeah. That's how I feel. I usually skip through the musical actually, but I was like, this one was fun. Um, her look on the runway, I like love it. I just hate that material.
Agreed. I think the concept is so fun.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you saw her photo shoots on like Instagram or Twitter or whatever, but her photo
Yeah.
shoots with the look were, they looked really good. I do
Mm-hmm.
agree about this material. Um, Pangina definitely did not like this material either, but it was cute. Again, her in the bang looks
Yeah.
great. I love it.
Not the banging. Yeah, I think it was also a little bit weird with just like what are they guitars or whatever just strapped to her back. I didn't know what to make of those.
Guitars?
What is it?
Those are firecrackers. One is a star, and one is like an old fashioned Tom and Jerry like fireworks.
Oh my god, I'm so
situation.
stupid. I'm blind. I thought this one was like the pegboard, whatever the fuck it's called, tuning pegboard, and I thought the star was like the body of it because it confused me. I think because she came out saying I look like Joan Jett or some shit.
Well, in this
You're right,
picture,
they are
in the
firecrackers.
picture that we're looking at, it's hard to tell. But like, if you look at, let me
Yeah.
pull up her Instagram.
No, yeah, no. Now that you say it, they also like commented on the fact that it's fireworks. So I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna stand my ground here.
Also, I'm just now looking. I'm looking at the one she posted on Instagram. There's more embellishments on the garment. Like there's more decor to. No, there's not.
Yeah.
Never mind. It was just in shadow. But she has little horns on her hair in the Instagram picture. That's
I
cute.
know, I know. No, she has them in the picture too. You can't see it in this picture, but she had them on the runway.
Oh yeah. Okay, I see it now. All right, we got to move on.
I know. Okay, Angeria. Yeah,
I
was
felt
whelmed.
of. I was of two minds on this look. Do you have thoughts?
No, not really.
So I loved the concept, although looking at
Yeah,
the one that Maddie Morphosis posted, I think they're kind of the same, and I think Maddie might have done it better, or at least more suited to the challenge. But I do think this is
we don't know what the challenge was.
fantastic, like in terms of concept and all that.
Yeah.
My issue is with the relationship between these reflective pieces and the nude illusion, because I know that that's what she was going for. I don't know. I don't
Is
know
it
if it's like a
supposed to be a
skin
nude
tone
illusion?
issue. Yeah, I think so. Because it's like a meshy.
I
kind
thought
of.
she was. I thought it. I thought it was supposed to be like a sheer. Like I thought it was supposed to be sheer. Like you're supposed
Well, but
to.
see,
I
it's
didn't.
not clear.
which means
You know, like maybe it was, but it's not clear. Like we don't understand it right away.
yeah, which means if it's a nude illusion, it's not good.
But
No further comments.
I do love Angie.
I do
And
too.
I love the silhouette. Like if you took the color and the detail and stuff away, you know, the silhouette is also fantastic. But
yeah, I just like didn't care this week. Okay, Georges.
I
Whatever.
think
Boring.
yeah, she did great. I think on the runway look, she said she was going for a Cardi B type situation, which I think is great, and I think she looked really hot. I would have loved though if she was going for Cardi B, bigger boobs. Bigger boobs with this look would have been like it for me. It would have pushed it over the top in a good way.
I don't think Georges really wears boobs though. Like I think she just like wears a bra and like that's it. Like she didn't really wear it like a breastplate or anything.
Well, I think that's because Jimbo has a monopoly on breastplates.
Yeah, right. She just hasn't gotten in contact with the dealer. I agree with what they said on the pit stop, which is that the boots make her look teeny tiny, which she is. But like if she had had just like a plain shoe, a plain pump instead of a thigh high boot, it would have worked better.
I honestly don't have any problems with this look. Like I think bigger boobs would have made it hotter, but I think it looks great.
Yeah.
And I'm usually not a wet hair fan.
Yeah,
but...
no, she looks really good. I like a wet hair. It depends. And she looks good in the Rudiculousness, but I feel like I've seen it before.
Okay. This next one is so insanely good. It is. I saw this too, and I was like, Carolyn's gonna lose her shit again.
I am a diabetic fangirl at this point. Like, I feel like she is catering these towards me. She's like, you know what? This whore in North Carolina is gonna die if I do this fucking Ozzy Osbourne, Christina Aguilera look. Because, like...
It was so good.
Baby pink, like, straps and bondage, and, like, girl.
I'm like...
I live.
So, I'm not her number one fan. Like, I don't, have any issues with her, and I recognize that she's getting the villain edit, but, her runways, especially recently, have been very, very good. And she also did very good in the Rudiculousness. Her performance was great, and this look was so fantastic. I hate that everyone on the internet is saying that she's coming for Gottmik's gig, like they've never seen Kiss before.
Like no other drag queen has ever painted her face white.
Learn your references.
God damn it. This runway means everything to me. I know I said that other look means to me.
I think this was my other favorite.
Also, the girls are wearing club kid boots this season. Camden wore them for Spice Girls.
Oh yeah.
Daya wore them for Kiss.
Good for them.
Yeah. Anyway, I love Daya. I love this look.
Yeah.
She looks incredible. She did so well. Okay. We gotta move on. Next, Deja Sky. You want to talk about body yaddy yaddy? We're gonna talk about body yaddy yaddy. Deja, fucking incredible. Her legs, goddess. Speak.
Okay. I have some feelings.
We can talk about the runway. I'm talking about specifically in the Rudiculousness.
Oh, no. In the Rudiculousness, so fucking hot. She killed that. In the Rudiculousness, it was great.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Give me a heart attack. Yeah, the runway is something
she
else.
slayed that.
I have just like... Okay, sometimes people will pad their body in a way that makes it seem like they have never looked at a woman in real life.
Mm-hmm.
Deja Sky has seen women in real life. And she pads
She
like
is a woman. She is a woman. Like, with this... Oh, my God. That was hot. The hair, like, with the chainmail and the leather and the... That was hot.
Walking the... Oh.
Uh-huh. Yeah, that made me feel something a little bit.
Ugh. Oh, my God. So good. And the bouffant, like, the kind of, like, vintage pinup, like... Oh, she looks so good. Oh, my God.
I'm not even into BDSM, but that was... Yeah.
No, you don't have to be. It was, like, objectively hot. Runway... what?
So, okay, Pangina called the headpiece a Burger King crown, and I'm gonna kind of echo that, which I hate to do because I am such a fucking plebeian. I can't do any of this stuff, but yet I'm gonna be critical of it for some reason.
Here's the thing.
But it's just, yeah. What? Go ahead.
I don't necessarily agree with that. I do agree with the point they made where it started as a necktie that just turns into your dick. I will
Yeah.
say, if a skinny girl wore this, there would be no problems. Because on the critiques, Michelle is just like, oh yeah, it's bunching up in the waist. Michelle! Women have hips and waists, and if you're thick, it makes things bunch up. Like, that's not. Oh my. I didn't think that was a valid. Like, the outfit is not great. But I think some of the critiques were like, if a skinny girl wore this, that would not be your critique. So fuck.
I'm
Anyway.
I'm gonna agree with that. I think if a skinny girl wore it, she would get different critiques. However, I don't think that if you put this outfit on a skinny girl, it would make it a good outfit. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
I
Like,
agree with that. It would not be a good outfit, but she would be forgiven.
I will say though, Deja is a fucking queen of padding and the silhouette. And we've talked about this before. And there's some
Yeah.
other good body sculptors on the season. Like Angeria is really good at it too. But like Deja is she
Daya.
serves up this shape
No, Deja's the queen.
every single time.
Yeah, it's like something about how she does her thighs. It's like she
This
gets it.
look was a miss for me though.
Yeah, this look was wild, but you know what? I love Deja. I'm willing to forgive her. So,
That's another thing. A lot of people are sleeping on Deja.
which like why? But anyway, God, do we have to talk about it? Okay, she was our last one. Jesus. Christ.
Yeah. Okay. So that was a lot.
Oh,
To any
God,
listeners that
that
have
was
made
so
it
much.
through to the end of this episode, where we talk about visual
That was
things
like
on an audio medium, I thank you for your time.
Ah! Sometimes I try to describe the outfit. Today we had too much to talk about, but we actually did some real quibbling.
We did do some real quibbling. I have let's just to put a end to the episode because we're at an hour and a half now.
Yeah, we gotta move on.
What are you into? It's been a few weeks. So.
Right now I'm into the Dropout. Yeah. Well, I've been into a lot. Right now I'm into the Dropout, which is on Hulu. They're like releasing episodes like once a week, which by the way, I love that we're bringing that back instead of the binge culture. Anyway, you should watch it. It's really fucked up. I didn't know anything about the Theranos situation, but I'm like reading about it now based on the show. It's fucked. And it'll make you like sick to your stomach because she was like not because she was defrauding investors. The fact that she like was claiming she was gonna like cure cancer and shit. Anyway, so I'm into that. Also, you put me on to What We Do in the Shadows.
Yes.
Max. When I tell you, I was laughing out loud. I was screeching. I was
it's
howling.
so fucking
like,
funny.
I didn't think I didn't really read anything about it except it's like a vampire mockumentary.
Mm-hmm.
It was like made for me. I
so
thought it was gonna be
funny.
like kind of corny at first, and then as soon as they introduced Colin Robertson, the energy
The energy
vampire, I was
vampire?
like, oh yeah, this is good. This is good. It was so good. I watched the whole series. There's like 3 seasons, I think. It was so good.
Yeah.
I'm also in
it's
love with
so funny.
what's the girl's name? Nadia.
Nadia, yeah.
Obsessed. I have such a huge crush on her. Like,
I knew you
find
would have a
me
crush on her.
a round faced girl, pale ass, red lip, dyed black hair vampire bitch. Find me one.
So yeah, that's one of the things that I was into this week too, is What We Do in the Shadows, because it
It's
is
so funny.
so fucking funny. The first time that I watched it, I think it was probably like a day or two, maybe a couple days before I texted you about it. It was my first day off where I didn't have anything to do, so I got daytime
Love
high
that.
for like the first
Oh my
time
God.
since college or something.
Can't relate,
And
but
so
love that.
I was just high all day. I binged the entire show. I ate all these like crappy foods or whatever,
Snacks.
and I was losing my mind. It was so funny. One
It's
of my
so good.
favorite tropes. First of all, I love it whenever like Nandor fucks up or whatever, and then he looks at the camera and he's like,
Grimace.
just has his little face where he's like, eat. And then I am fucking obsessed with the fact that only Laszlo is the one who, whenever he turns into a bat, he says, "Bat!" And that's it, and no one else does it. But it's so funny.
I was gonna say something about that too, and the fact that he doesn't have to because they do every other magical thing without announcing it. He doesn't
I
have
know,
to do
he
that.
just does it. Well, and then
It's so
remember
good.
the like LARPer girl that gets turned into a vampire, and then
Yes.
they're gonna
Yes.
show her how to turn into a bat, so she starts taking her
Yeah.
clothes off, and they're like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And she's like, "Well, I'm shapeshifting, right? I gotta take
Don't
my
have to
clothes
take my
off." And
clothes
they
off.
were like, "What the fuck?" They're like, "Don't
No,
think
keep
about
those
it too
off.
much."
Oh my
So
god.
funny.
So good.
So we're definitely into what we do in the shadows. If
Yes.
if you are IRL friends of ours who listen to this show, first of all, we thank you.
Yes, we
Second of
love you.
all, please watch what we do in the shadows. If you are friends with us, you will find it very fucking funny.
True that.
Additionally, I recently saw Trixie and Katya's live show that came through
Oh yeah.
Seattle, and it was so fucking funny. I'm not
Oh
gonna
god.
like give spoilers or whatever, but they're touring for I think the rest of the year. They're going all over the U.S. Um, if you are fans of Trixie and Katya, if you like their podcast, if you like their web show, if you like anything that they put out there, look into it. See if you can get tickets for the show in your area. See if they're coming near you because you won't regret it. It is a funny fucking show. I will say one moment that happened in Seattle, which was not scripted, but it was really funny, which is why we love them, because like they let us in on the joke. But there was a moment towards the very beginning of the show where they were doing a costume change off stage. And so the lights come up on stage. Trixie's not on stage yet, but her mic is live. And so she's like,
Oh no.
she's like, I'm coming. Everything is happening as it is supposed to happen. This
Oh
is
my
not.
god.
It was so funny.
This is not a technical difficulty.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's stupid.
So
That's funny.
check that out if you can. Also, and we'll talk about this later when it actually does happen. Our Lord and Savior, Harold Edward Styles, has new music coming out this year, and I'm very, very here for it because I love both of his albums that are out already, and I still always am and always will be a One Direction fan. And I'm very looking forward to the new music that he's going to be putting out. So I'm preemptively into that.
I'm also into queering heteronormativity by wearing bad outfits.
They're not all bad, just some of
Yes,
them.
they are. Most of them. Most
A
of
lot
them
of
are.
them. A lot of
You
them.
can't just
but...
wear a skirt. It's you can't just wear skirts and act like you're changing the world. Just wear the fucking skirt. Anyway, I will also listen. On some level, I will always love Harry Styles and One Direction. I don't love the way they all have branded themselves post One Direction, and that's all I'm gonna say on the subject.
I don't know. I feel like Niall has been pretty safe. He's just kind of vibing.
I don't care about Niall.
You never have. I always have, though.
Sorry.
Anyway,
That's my thoughts.
cool. Well, have we quibbled?
Ah! Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Have
We
we
sure did.
exchanged pleasantries or just heated
Not many.
opinions?
Just opinions. Oh my god, just unsolicited opinions that I hope no drag queen ever hears.
Yeah, if you are a IRL drag queen who's listening to this, I don't own any of these opinions.
They didn't stick around this long.
No, they
Yeah,
certainly didn't.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Oh
you know
God,
what
okay.
though? We're
Well.
we're gonna come to DragCon and give you our money. So
Exactly. Also, I went to the bar a couple weeks ago and spent like $40 tipping queens. So
yeah. Now I do want to clarify: just because we're spending money on queens does not mean that we have the right to be as critical as we're being.
we're gonna do it anyway.
However, think of it as us being critical of a fictional TV show and not real people,
Yeah.
because that's what's happening essentially.
To that.
Anyway,
that.
okay. We've got
right.
things to talk about next
Sorry,
time,
Bosco.
but it's too much right now. We needed to catch up. We hope
Yeah,
you're all doing well. If you have stuck through this whole time, I thank you so much for listening.
Thanks.
If you didn't, I understand. It's okay.
I don't believe you.
Yeah. But if you are not connected with us yet and you would like to be, you can follow us on Instagram at Mutable Immutables. You can follow us on Twitter at ImmutablesPod. Carolyn mostly runs that, as she made clear earlier today. But it is still, there's lots of fun content that's happening out there. And then you can also find us on YouTube at Mutable Immutables. We post video episodes of the show every day. If you're not using Spotify podcast or Apple podcast or Google podcast or whatever, first of all, what are you doing? Second of all, it is on YouTube if you don't have like a dedicated podcast app. So yeah.
Yep. Any final thoughts?
No. I'm sorry to everybody. I'm sorry to this man.
I'm sorry to Bosco.
All right. Until next time.
Okay, bye.
Bye.